Hey guys, index card a day, card number 27. I'm starting out with some Dylusions ink spray in London Blue, Calypso Teal, and Fresh Lime. And I'm working on a piece of watercolor paper that I cut to 5x3 index card size. And I sprayed my whole card with some water. And then I'm going to spray my inks and let them flow around a little, add a little bit more water. And then I took a little bit too much of the color away, so I'm going to add some more color and just go back and forth till I'm happy with the coverage. And then I'm going to dry that completely, and I have some letter stickers that I'm going to apply to the center of my card in a sort of diagonal, and I'm just layering them on top of each other. And then I'm also going to put some in the upper right and lower left corner as well, just to kind of balance out my composition a little bit. And then, so I sprayed the whole thing with workable fixative because the Dylusions is not permanent, it comes up. And then I am going to go over just the letter stickers with some clear gesso because they're very slick, and I want the gesso to allow them to take some of the ink color. Unfortunately, I don't know if I didn't spray enough of the workable fixative or what, but some of the color came up when I added the clear gesso, but that's okay because once I add the ink spray, you can't really tell anyway. So I'm just using those same colors of Dylusions that I used on the background, except I'm going to apply them with a paintbrush. And I'm applying them kind of like color blocky, but allowing them to mix a little bit. But I still want to be able to see clear lines of color. Like I don't want them to all become one color, if that makes sense. And then I'm also going to apply some of the color to the stickers in the upper right and lower left corners. And I dried the first layer, and I'm applying a second layer, and honestly this card got a little away from me. It got a little darker than I wanted it to be, so I think I might try this layout again with the stickers and everything, but maybe with some lighter colors or some different inks or something. So I dried that completely, and then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So I have some StazOn ink in black and some Finnabair stamps, peeled paint, messy text, and then I also have a Viva Las Vegas stamp. It's called Waybill Invoice. Waybill Invoice or just Waybill. And then I also have this clear stamp that I got from the dollar section of Joann's, and I mean, it's such a crappy stamp it won't even come off from the background, so I had to, like, you know, like the cling sheet that it comes on, I had to cut it out of the cling sheet and just use it that way. Like, it won't come off. It's stuck permanently to it. So I'm trying for these cards, I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a time limit. I don't want to go like real crazy with a lot of time on these cards. So once I finished this background, I was just like, I spent way too much time on this background. What am I going to do to finish it off? So I slapped this butterfly down on there and a phrase, well, not a phrase, a word that says fly. And then I'm going to add some white dots with a fine liner, and the fine liner has white acrylic paint mixed with some airbrush medium in it so that it flows a little better. And the butterfly is a cut file from Paper Issues, and Paper Issues has a whole section of free cut files if you have an electronic die cutting machine. Now some of them are like kind of cutesy and not my style, but they do have a lot of really nice ones, so that's where I got the butterfly from. And looking at it now, it is very stark, the white against the dark background, and if I were to do this again, I would probably choose a lighter background or a darker focal image. But like I said, I was trying to keep it short and sweet, and it got to the end and I was a little bit at a loss for what to put on top. So it is what it is, and that's the